Now we are coming to the RLE load. Now we have RLE load. R, L, and then E. This is connected from AC source through SCL. My load is R, L, E. And here I have the instantaneous output voltage and the instantaneous output current. While discussing RE load, we have discussed some other things like R consumes power through RMS power and E takes power through average current. So the same funda is applicable. Later what we have discussed? We have discussed alpha minimum, alpha maximum. Those things we will see here also. This is what Vs, that is Vm into sin omega t. This is my Vs. Vs is Vm into sin omega t. This is positive max and this is negative max. While discussing RE load, we have seen when the SCR is forward biased and when the SCR is reverse biased. The same thing we are looking here also. Let us suppose say my E magnitude is this one. My E magnitude is this one. Okay. This is trying to reverse bias my SCR. This terminal I can take it as a ground. I will count. This E is trying to reverse bias my SCR. Because this is anode, cathode, E is appearing across cathode and Vs is appearing across anode. Whenever this voltage is greater than cathode voltage, then the device is forward biased. Here the initial conditions are I naught is 0. This circuit we have not fired. Okay, just we have connected and then we are observing the conditions. Since I naught is 0, the voltage across R and the voltage across inductor both are 0. So E appears across V naught. So this is the voltage appearing across cathode and anode is given with the AC supply. Whenever this voltage is greater than the cathode voltage, whenever anode voltage is greater than the cathode voltage, my SCR is forward biased. So SCR is forward biased here and it is reverse biased here. Again it is forward biased here and reverse bias here. SCR is forward bias here. And my SCR is reverse bias here. My SCR is forward biased. Whenever the Vs value is greater than E and my SCR is reverse biased when Vs value is less than E. So that is what I have shown here. Here the SCR is forward biased. Here also the SCR is forward biased. Here it is reverse biased. So there exist, limits for alpha. That is alpha min and alpha max. These things we have discussed about RE load. The same thing is applicable even for the RLE load. So to obtain alpha minimum, we have to see when Vs value is equal to E. For alpha minimum, Vs sin omega t equal to E. Here omega t is alpha minimum. So Vs, this is Vm. So here Vm sin alpha minimum equal to E. Thereby alpha minimum equal to sin inverse E by Vm. So this is the expression for alpha minimum. Alpha max is supplementary angle of alpha minimum. From the waveform we can easily see alpha max equal to what? Phi minus sin inverse E by Vm. So these are the limits for alpha. Thereby what I can say? Sin inverse E by Vm is less than or equal to the firing angle alpha less than or equal to pi minus sin inverse E by Vm. These two gives the range of firing angle. So always my firing angle has to be in between these two. So in RLE load, if I give the gate signal continuously, my conduction starts from this point, that is alpha min, and this is alpha max. If I fire the SCR continuously, the SCR starts conduction from this point. Now we will see the other waveforms. Now I have to draw the waveform of V0. I have to draw the waveform of V0. So I am putting the dotted line. let us suppose say, assume that I have given the firing angle here. This is alpha minimum. I can give alpha after alpha minimum. So assume that I have fired this here. This is my actual firing angle. This is alpha. Now we will see the waveforms. And my E is somewhere here. And my E is somewhere here. I'm writing the waveform for V0. So this is my firing angle. Firing angle. So I have fired at this instant. Omega t equal to alpha. Now, when I fire the SCR, the Vs is connected to V0. V0 is simply equal to Vs. So it goes. If this were to be, just RE load, my conduction stops at alpha max that we have seen. At alpha max, what happens? This Vs equal to Vm into sin alpha max. That T equals to E on this side. And even on cathode side, you have E. So the SCR experiences or it will have 0 voltage. So it stops conduction. But here I have the inductor. Inductor, what it does? When the current rises, it will have one kind of polarity. When the current falls, it will have other kind of polarity. So this generates a negative voltage across V0, and this counter biases the supply voltage. Whatever negative voltage it is coming. This thing we have seen in case of the RL load. So the same thing holds good even for the RLE load. Without inductance, meaning for RE load, the beta value, that is the extinguishing angle, is alpha max. That is pi minus sin inverse E by Vm, that we have seen. But now with inductance, the beta value exceeds alpha max. Okay. It can be beta can be greater than pi also. But beta is always greater than alpha max because we have added some inductance. How much is beta value? It depends upon the inductance. If you add large amount of inductance, the extinguishing angle can be even greater than pi, or it can be even 240. It depends upon how much inductance you have added in the circuit. Now you are assuming beta is greater than 180 degrees. This is just for analysis purpose. You can take beta less than 180, but obviously it has to be greater than alpha max. So I am assuming beta is greater than 180. So it crosses the negative. Now, once the SCR is off, meaning when omega t is greater than beta, then my SCR is off, and then I have I naught equal to 0. The moment when I naught is 0, the voltage across resistance is 0, voltage across inductor is 0. The E appears across the V0. V appears across V0. From alpha to beta, SCR conducts. V naught equal to Vs, that equal to Vm into sin omega t. From beta to 2 pi plus alpha, from beta to 2 pi plus alpha, SCR is off. SCR is off. So V naught equal to E from beta to 2 pi plus alpha. The same thing I have to draw. The same thing I have to draw. From this point, alpha. Assume that alpha is somewhere here. This is 2 pi plus alpha, meaning in this second secant pi. So my E appears up to this point. And after this, I have what? I have the SCR is on. I have this SCR is on. After this 2 pi plus alpha, the SCR is on. When SCR is on, again the same story. When SCR conducts, V naught equal to Vm into sin omega t. This goes up to the extinguishing angle, that is up to beta. This goes up to extinguishing angle, that is my beta. Here again my SCR is off, so whatever E is there that appears across the load. When SCR is off, I naught is 0, voltage across resistor and inductor both are 0. So E appears across V naught. And here the SCR is off. So even in the initial portion, I get E. This is the waveform of my V naught. Now I use different color. here my V naught is E. Here my V naught is E. But in this portion wherever sine curve is there, obviously my V naught has to be Vs, that is Vm into sine omega t. Vm into sine omega t. So this is what my V naught. Now we will see the waveform of I naught also. We will see the waveform of I naught also. Now, when alpha less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to beta, SCR conducts and V naught equal to Vs, that is Vm into sine omega t, and I naught is non-zero because source is connected to load. For beta less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi plus alpha, SCR is off. Since it is a series circuit, when this is off, I naught becomes 0. So I naught exists from what? Alpha to beta. This is my beta. And this is my beta. Alpha is this one. Alpha to beta, I have I naught. From beta to 2 pi plus alpha, it is 0. Beta to 2 pi plus alpha, it is 0. Similarly, from beta to 2 pi plus alpha, it is 0. And I naught exists from alpha to beta. These things we have seen earlier. This I naught waveform in the second half, it is more or less near to the sine wave. But initially it will be having distorted sine wave. Here it is more or less similar to the sine wave, but here it is distorted sine wave. Here also we can see in the end portion, in the second half, it is more or less similar to the sine wave, but here it is distorted from the sine wave. This is the I naught. Now, what else we have to draw? We have to draw the voltage across thyristor, that is Vt. Now, to draw the voltage across thyristor, again we use the same conditions. When alpha less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to beta, the SCR conducts V naught VOC and I naught VOC, and the voltage across thyristor is 0. Meaning from alpha to beta, my voltage is 0 across the thyristor. This is 2 pi plus alpha to 2 pi plus beta. Here my voltage is 0. Okay. From beta to 2 pi plus alpha, meaning when beta less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi plus alpha, you will see what is V naught. V naught is E.